Hey y'all, this is Siddharth from the Turn the Page Challenge, and this is week 2, day 5 of my road to 0 screen time hours. So, as you can read by the title, today I didn't have the best day with regard to the challenge. And why I say that is because during the afternoon, I generally have a screen time limit from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. And up until now, I've been able to follow that limit. I stop the TV at 12, I get up, I go back to work. But today, I couldn't do it. I stayed in the little bed that I have downstairs, and I kept watching TV till 1. So, this is the first day that I can officially say that I did not follow the challenge rules at all. And it's disappointing because I I'm not exactly disappointed that I didn't follow the rules exactly, because technically I was still within my screen time limits for the day, but just just my general work rate and my focus, I'm still not happy with. And what I mean by that is I'll still check my phone when I'm supposed to be doing something. That'll be on my mind. It'll come up and just distracts me. So, and I also feel like I'm not getting enough done in the day. I'm making steps, but this is my junior year of summer. I want to make this summer count because I'm a very smart guy. Okay, just to be honest with you guys, but I have a tendency to be quite lazy at times, and it bothers me because I've got all this talent up here, and I know I need to apply it, but I just I find myself repeatedly settling for just complacency and idleness. For example, when it comes to the diet, today wasn't bad. I ate my lunch strict, ate a little snack, which was still healthy, but yeah, for lunch I'll explain it. So I had 3 chapatis and then some curry, which is a healthy meal, very low calorie, probably like 700. And then around 4 to 5 p.m., I had 2 chapatis with the same curry, probably maybe 400 calories. So not bad, but problem with that is I had a glass of milk with that. And 2 rules I have for my diet. These are the 2 rules that I always try to follow. No butter, no milk. And you may say that's a odd combination, but me and my brother have a sweet tooth, so my parents don't bring a bunch of snacks. They'll bring snacks, but in small quantities, so that we just eat it at one time, and then it's gone. We can't munch on it for the rest of the day. And because of that, I have, being the fat guy that I am, I have adapted myself to enjoy buttered up chapatis, which is essentially a buttered up tortilla, and milk, both of which are very high calorie, very unhealthy, zero nutritional value, and I can go crazy on those sometimes. I'll eat 4, 5. I didn't go crazy today. I think I was probably still under my calorie limit for the day today. But I would rather be eating nice, big, healthy meals than these snacks. And one of the main goals I had with restarting the diet was to gain some discipline over what I eat, because when I go on the bulk again, I don't want the bulk to be just me cramming, shoving fast food down my throat. I want the bulk to be structured, focused, so that I really put on muscle, because I think this bulk will be very important for how my physique turns out. And yeah, I so what I decided to do was I decided that to overcome the screen time addiction, we're going to take the failure, okay? Failure, as I said in the thumbnail, you can't take a defeat as failure. Let me rephrase. This was a defeat. I am not going to fail. I may have been defeated today, but I'm going to get back up and I'm going to do my best tomorrow. There were still successes in the day. We officially hit 10 people who are going to attend the first SAT Sunday. On top of that, I told you guys I had an idea yesterday, but today, that conversation that I had with my dad yesterday, I'm not sure if I mentioned it or not, but essentially the idea I talked about yesterday isn't going to lead anywhere. But the conversation he told me was, you have an asset. You have a 1600 SAT score. What you need to do is you need to use that asset. So that's what I'm planning to do. I'm going to start back up a tutoring channel that I had. It wasn't exactly tutoring, but it's on those tracks. It has 8 subscribers. I know, more than this channel though. So we're going to start uploading on there. I've got a video in the works. But again, I feel like I could have done more for that video, more for this channel, just more. And I have the ambitions in my head, but sometimes I'm just too weak, too lazy to go achieve them. And that's honestly one of the main reasons I started this challenge. One of the things that really sparks my laziness is when I get to sit down and watch TV. That is when my mind is at my absolute weakest. In my opinion, at least. So that's why I'm trying to get rid of this addiction, because I think it will unlock something within me. But in order for this challenge to have the effect that I want, I'm gonna need to follow it. So from now on, first of all, tomorrow I'm getting up at 6 a.m., no questions about it, because I think that 6 to 8 a.m. session is a time that I can just power my phone off. I don't need to contact anybody. Nobody I know will be awake, except my parents, which they'll be at home. And yeah, so I'm gonna get up at 6 a.m. tomorrow. I have a chess tournament the whole day, so I will have to work out in the morning. I'd prefer to work out in the morning than when I get back home. So I might record actually some clips of that for you guys to see. I've got my backpack right here, weighed out to be about 10 pounds. I'm gonna do some pull-ups with that, and that'll probably serve as my back workout. Maybe I'll throw in some dumbbell rows, and yeah, we have some adjustable dumbbells that I can use to work out, fortunately. So I think I'm gonna cap my reaction there, but I want to leave you guys with this parting thought. Every day, I think that each one of us has a moment that I described where you think, what am I doing? Because let's be honest, none of us are perfect. We're all trying to get better. And I think we each have vices that just stunt those thoughts, where you know there's things that you can do. You know you can be better than this, but you just don't go out there and fulfill it for whatever reason. You think it won't work, you don't believe in yourself. Like me, you're lazy, somebody's telling you not to. But I made this challenge because this summer I want to go out there. I don't care what anybody says. I want to go out there and do what I want to do. Earlier this week, my mom didn't seem too happy with the way I'm using my summer. She also agrees with me that I can get into a good college, but I think she has more of a traditional mindset on the matter. She thinks I need to do certain things. Even my friends tell me this, internship, research. But one thing about me is I don't like to do things just because people tell me to do them. I want to do things because I want to do them. So what I want to tell you guys is, that was straight yap, but whatever you have that's in your head, go out and do it. Don't let anything stop you. That's the motto I'm going to try and live by. I'm going to finish this week strong. We're going to move into 4 hours a week, 4 hours a day next week. And I really am going to hammer it in these next 2 days, because I'm going to follow that 4 hours strictly as a razor. I'm not cheating at all next week. I'm not cheating next 2 days either. We're dialing it in, okay? So those are my thoughts. I'm probably going to change the thumbnail now that I recorded this to defeat instead of failure to reflect the quote. But yeah, if you guys tuned in, you guys saw this, thank you all for watching, and I hope you have a good rest of your night. Take care.